Shifting focus slightly, fiction often provides some of the most profound insights into our reality. A book I recently revisited is It Can't Happen Here, written in 1935. This chilling novel imagines a scenario where a U.S. president rises to power by adopting fascist ideologies akin to those sweeping through Europe at the time. Though fictional, its relevance feels eerily current, a stark warning about how political systems can unravel when desperation for change blinds society. It illustrates how easily we overlook growing threats, especially when they come wrapped in promises of strength and renewal from charismatic yet dangerous leaders. As we observe today's political landscape, one thing becomes clear. History doesn't repeat itself accidentally. We must remain vigilant against these forces before it's too late. This book is both terrifying and galvanizing, urging us to reflect on the trajectory of our world and recognize the hidden dangers lurking beneath seductive rhetoric. On another note, there's a book that has profoundly influenced my approach to productivity. Deep Work by Cal Newport. In a world overrun with distractions, Newport champions the transformative power of focus and deliberate, intentional effort. His argument is simple but profound. Doing fewer things exceptionally well yields greater success than spreading yourself thin. The Stoics would nod in agreement. Eliminating the trivial allows us to concentrate on what truly matters, unlocking unparalleled potential. This isn't just a guide to getting more done. It's a manifesto for living with clarity and purpose. While discussing focus and essentials, I'd be remiss not to mention The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Controversial? Absolutely. Essential reading? Without question. Many dismiss this book due to its reputation for teaching manipulation, but its true value lies in understanding power dynamics, not exploiting them. Power isn't typically won through virtue alone. Strategy, competence, and sometimes ruthless pragmatism play pivotal roles. In today's complex world, ignorance of these dynamics leaves us vulnerable to those who wield power without scruples. Just as it can't happen. Here warns of unchecked authoritarianism. Greene's work equips us to navigate such threats and resist being manipulated by those who seek control for selfish ends. These books, among countless others, have shaped my perspective and provided solace during challenging times. They hold the power to do the same for you, particularly as we step into 2025. If you're looking for more recommendations to guide you through the coming year, I share a monthly reading list featuring my top picks. No gimmicks, no spam, just thoughtful suggestions from someone passionate about learning and growth. You can sign up at ranholiday.net/reading list. By diving into these works, you'll gain tools and perspectives that will anchor you in an increasingly unstable world. If you're committed to making 2025 a year defined by growth, wisdom, and purpose, these readings are an excellent starting point. As we step into a new year, it's instinctive to set bold aspirations for ourselves, new habits to cultivate, routines to establish, and practices to weave into the fabric of our days. The dawn of a fresh year symbolizes an opportunity for renewal and reinvention. Yet, while many of us focus on what we wish to bring into our lives, Stoicism offers a compelling counterpoint. True progress often begins with subtraction. It's not merely about adding value, but also about shedding what no longer serves us. Consider Seneca, who each year would plunge into the icy Tiber River, not just for its bracing chill, but as a profound act of purification. By releasing the old, he created space for the new, reminding us that growth isn't solely about accumulation, it's equally about relinquishment. Marcus Aurelius echoes this wisdom in his Meditations, urging us to ask a pivotal question. Is what I'm doing essential? He challenges us to confront the reality that much of our daily activity is either trivial or outright detrimental. The Stoic journey isn't confined to building better habits. It's also about dismantling distractions and discarding the anchors that hold us back. As the new year unfolds, it's worth pausing to reflect. What practices, routines, and habits are we prepared to leave behind? What aspects of ourselves must we stop nurturing to carve out room for a more evolved version of who we are? Stoicism teaches that genuine transformation requires both embracing the positive and acknowledging the need to discard the unnecessary. It demands the courage to look inward and ask, which parts of me no longer align with my path to growth? Take morning routines, for instance. The struggle to rise early from the warmth of our beds is universal. Even Marcus Aurelius grappled with this very temptation, debating whether to linger under the covers or rise to fulfill his purpose. His ultimate response was a clarion call to action. Am I here to indulge in comfort, or do I have a higher calling? The Stoics understood that mornings offer the ideal time to seize the day, to act decisively rather than succumb to inertia. Though they weren't immune to failure, their resolve remained steadfast, driven by the belief that purpose outweighs fleeting ease. In the face of adversity, Marcus never resorted to complaints. Despite enduring betrayal, deceit, and countless setbacks, his private reflections reveal no trace of self-pity. Instead, he focused on meeting challenges with wisdom, virtue, and dignity. This is a lesson we'd all do well to heed. Complaining saps our strength, while seeking solutions propels us forward. One of Stoicism's most powerful insights is the notion that we possess a latent superpower, the ability to withhold judgment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that events themselves are neutral. It's our interpretation that labels them as good or bad, fair or unfair. By releasing the compulsion to judge incessantly, we approach life with greater clarity, peace, and discernment. Rather than expending energy categorizing experiences, we free ourselves to concentrate on what truly matters: action, purpose, and growth. Epictetus, another luminary of Stoicism, emphasized the importance of humility in the pursuit of wisdom. Growth begins, he believed, with recognizing how little we actually know. When we assume omniscience, we close the door to learning. By adopting the mindset of a perpetual student, open to uncovering what remains unknown, we unlock boundless potential for understanding and evolution. At its core, Stoicism teaches that mastery over oneself is the foundation of all achievement. As Epictetus famously declared, "No one is fit to rule who is not first master of themselves." Too often, we surrender our power to external forces, our cravings, dependencies, and desires. True freedom and tranquility arise when we take command of ourselves, refusing to let these influences dictate our actions. Seneca further illuminates this principle, arguing that poverty isn't defined by how little we possess, but by how much we endlessly crave. It's our insatiable desires that ensnare us in cycles of dissatisfaction and struggle. To live meaningfully, we must release our attachments and learn to find contentment in what we already have. As we embark on this new year, let's broaden our perspective beyond what we wish to add to our lives. Let's also consider what we need to release. What habits, judgments, or desires weigh us down? Starting anew isn't enough. We must summon the courage to let go of what no longer serves us. Only then can we stride into the new year as our finest selves, clear, empowered, and unburdened. The journey of self-improvement, cultivating discipline, and striving for clarity isn't just about personal gain. It's about becoming someone who can fully show up for the people and causes that matter most. Whether you're a leader, parent, partner, or friend, your ability to inspire, guide, and love depends on one thing: being in control of yourself. If external forces, an impulse, a habit, or even another person, dictate your actions more than you do, then you're not operating from a position of strength. True influence begins with mastering your own life. Consider this story about Jimmy Carter during his early days as a naval officer candidate. During an interview, after discussing his accomplishments, he was asked a simple yet piercing question. "Did you always do your best?" Carter had to admit, "No, I didn't." That moment stayed with him for the rest of his life. Why hadn't he given his all? And when you reflect on your own journey, can you honestly say you've consistently tapped into your full potential? Why do we settle for mediocrity, when deep down, we know we're capable of so much more? This year, commit to something transformative. Give your absolute best in everything you undertake. You may not control outcomes, accolades, or external success, but you do control the effort and heart you bring to the table. Legendary runner Steve Prefontaine captured it perfectly. To give less than your best is to cheat the gift. That gift isn't merely your talents. It's the time you've been given, the opportunities before you, the very essence of your existence. Squandering your mental energy on negativity, worry, or worst-case scenarios is a misuse of your greatest asset, your mind. Instead of obsessing over what others think, channel that energy into solving problems, pushing boundaries, and growing into the person you're meant to become. The Stoics remind us that our minds are powerful tools, but their use is entirely up to us. Will you let fear paralyze you, or will you harness your thoughts to build something meaningful? The decision is yours alone. It's also time to release what no longer serves you. Not just physical clutter, but emotional baggage. Regrets, grudges, resentments. These weights hold you back. There's wisdom in traditions like writing down your burdens and burning them, watching them turn to ash. Symbolically releasing the past frees you to step into your true self. As the Stoics would argue, shedding these burdens is essential to unlocking your highest potential. When it comes to goals, shift your perspective. Forget rigid targets that confine you, selling X number of copies, hitting a specific milestone, or competing to be the best. My aim is simpler and more profound, to give my best every single day, in every task I take on. I pour my energy into the work, leave nothing undone, and trust the results to unfold as they should. When you focus on giving your all, you're already succeeding. Your sole mission is to fulfill your potential, however that looks. Let the universe handle the rest. Rit Sati once shared a liberating insight with me. You don't owe anyone a response. It's a reminder that not every email, message, or demand requires your attention. In the past, I felt compelled to reply to everything, maintain a pristine inbox, and meet every expectation placed upon me. But growth has taught me that protecting my energy and focus matters far more than living by others' standards. Sometimes, saying no, or simply letting go, is the most empowering choice you can make. Here's the truth. We all have priorities and people we care deeply about, and those deserve our swift attention. Yet, the idea of being perpetually caught up often distracts us from what truly matters. Stop waiting for recognition or validation. Instead, center your efforts on doing your best. Because at the end of the day, the only approval you truly need is your own. It's all too easy to become consumed by the constant influx of emails, messages, and demands clamoring for your immediate attention. But here's the truth. Urgency does not equate to importance. Dwight D. Eisenhower, a revered U.S. general and president, offered us a timeless framework to navigate this distinction. His decision matrix separates what is urgent from what is truly meaningful. Often, the tasks that scream loudest are merely urgent distractions, pressing in the moment but ultimately inconsequential when it comes to long-term success or fulfillment. What truly matters often doesn't demand our instant focus. Yet these priorities shape the trajectory of our lives. This principle aligns with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote in Meditations about the profound need to concentrate on what lies within our control. He cautioned against seeking a third thing. Here's what he meant. When you do something good, someone else benefits. That's two things. But when you begin expecting gratitude, recognition, or reward, you add an unnecessary burden to the act itself. The Stoics understood this clearly. It's irrelevant whether others appreciate or applaud your efforts. What counts is this. Did you give your best? Did you contribute meaningfully to the greater good? Did you act according to your values? If so, then you've already reaped the reward, regardless of external acknowledgement. Adopting this mindset can transform how you approach life. If you're striving for greater happiness or abundance this year, one of the most impactful steps you can take is to stop chasing applause. Focus instead on the quality of your work and the positive impact you create, not on how it's received. True fulfillment lies in knowing you delivered your best effort. Who you spend time with and the information you absorb shapes who you become. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, our soul is dyed by the color of our thoughts. The inputs you allow into your mind influence your perspective and, consequently, your actions. Immerse yourself in shallow, materialistic, or sensational content, and that's the lens through which you'll view the world. Conversely, surround yourself with wisdom, from great thinkers, thought-provoking books, and insightful conversations, and your thoughts will reflect that depth. Your mental diet is as crucial as the food you consume. Are you letting social media algorithms, fleeting news cycles, or unproductive opinions dictate your mindset? Or are you engaging with ideas that have stood the test of time, drawing inspiration from history's greatest minds? To become the person you aspire to be, curate your environment carefully. Let wisdom guide your thoughts, not noise. Life is a marathon, not a sprint, and the real competition is with yourself. People sometimes ask me, "Are you training for a marathon?" My answer is simple: no. Because running consistently, day after day, rain or shine, is the marathon. It's not about crossing a finish line. It's about showing up every single day, pushing forward even when motivation wanes, and embracing discomfort when it would be easier to quit. This is the true race we're all running. Seneca captured this beautifully when he said, "We treat the body rigorously so that it is not disobedient to the mind." By disciplining both body and mind, we cultivate the resilience needed to thrive in life's enduring journey. Success isn't measured by outpacing others. It's about surpassing your former self. Growth happens when you resist the urge to take the easy path, when you conquer your own inertia and choose action over complacency. Each day presents a new opportunity to race against the temptation to settle for mediocrity. And while no one else can run this race for you, victory belongs to those who commit to showing up relentlessly, even when it feels hard. Don't wait. Embrace life today, not tomorrow. One of the gravest errors we make is perpetually postponing action until the elusive, perfect moment arrives. We convince ourselves that there's always more time, that conditions will align eventually, or that tomorrow holds a better opportunity to begin. But life doesn't operate on our schedules. As Epictetus wisely observed, all fools share one defining trait: they're endlessly preparing, but never truly starting. The reality? None of us are promised another day. Life unfolds in this very instant. This breath, this heartbeat, this now. This is all we truly possess. Marcus Aurelius urged us to live fully in the present, for waiting risks forfeiting the chance altogether. Tomorrow may never arrive. So why delay your dreams, your ambitions, and your actions? Stop telling yourself you'll start later. Later might be too late. Begin today. Seize this moment. Pour your energy into what matters most, because every wasted day becomes part of the irrevocable past. It vanishes forever, leaving no second chances. When you reflect on your journey, wouldn't you rather see a life brimming with purpose, where you embraced each moment instead of waiting for ideal circumstances? Final reflections. Let go of external validation. Focus on excellence. This year, release the need for applause, approval, or reward for every step forward. Instead, commit to giving your absolute best, contributing meaningfully, and staying anchored in your principles. When you shift your focus from external validation to internal growth, something remarkable happens. You discover a profound sense of fulfillment and clarity of purpose. Surround yourself with wisdom, challenge yourself daily, and view each new day as an invitation to excel. Remember, life's marathon has already begun. Are you running it with passion, resilience, and unwavering determination? The race won't wait, neither should you. Wait.